Hello guys, hope you're doing good. So in today's video we're going to look at a new stove I got. So it's a nice compact stainless steel stove I got from Temu. So it's an interesting story in itself. So recently I was talking to my friend Mark Young, a YouTuber, so I'll link his channel in the comments below. And he was talking to me about a new stove he got from Temu. And I think he put in a good word for me, and the people at Temu contacted me, asked me if I wanted to review one of their stoves, and obviously I was interested. So I've been doing winter camping with a hot tent for quite a while now, and I do own quite a few stoves, but mostly large stoves. I've been looking for a more compact stainless steel hot tent stove for a while, and so this was a pretty good opportunity. My idea being that I could use this stove during the fall season when there's not much snow on the ground. Can't really use my toboggan, so I could probably put this smaller stove in a backpack and carry it that way. So anyways, I went on the Temu website, so here's the link, and I look at the different stainless steel stoves that they had, and finally I found this one. I thought it was pretty interesting, had a lot of the features that I was interested in, and so they agreed to send it to me. One thing that's pretty nice about Temu is that even for the larger items, you get free shipping. And for a stove like this, I think that's a pretty important thing. So I've been using this stove already, so it's not 100% new, but I still want to show you the box and what came with it. So I've been using the stove for winter camping, and honestly performed very well. So let's take a look at what you get when you order that stove. So number one, you can see the packaging is excellent. So we got this foam to protect the stove, so I really like that. Got this very nice and form-fitting, so I'm going to keep that box to store my stove during summer. So let's take a look at the stove. All right, so here we go. This is the stove that you get. Let's look at the dimensions of the stove. So on their website, the dimensions are kind of vague, so we're going to do some measurements here. So if the external length of the stove is around 15 inches, that would be 38 centimeters. The height of the stove is about 9.5 inches if you count for the chimney here. That's about 24 centimeters. And if you look at here, the width of the stove, it's about 8 inches or 21 centimeters. So despite the fact that it's made of stainless steel, it's still pretty light, weighing in at 15.4 pounds or 7 kilograms. All right, so let's extend the feet of this stove. They're foldable, they're very robust, so they're not gonna break on you. Let's look at the height of the stove when the feet are extended. So the height goes up to around 13 inches, or that would be 33 centimeters. All right, so one nice feature of the stove, so everything you need to operate the stove is included and can be stored inside the stove. So let's open that door and see what we get. So we get this scraper tool, useful to scrape out the ashes, but also to try to close that door when the stove is hot. So that's a nice feature to have, so you don't burn yourself. Also can be used to operate the damper. You also get, oops, as you can see, it's being used. You also get these two pouches, and I recommend you keep them. One is to store this metal disc that goes on top of the stove here to close that opening. Again, you can use this tool here to remove it if necessary, but personally, I don't use that feature. I prefer to keep it on. You also get this second pocket, and this one will hold the fireproof glass that you can slide in front here. So I think that's a nice feature. You can remove it so it's not going to bang around and there's less chances of breaking it. Of course, inside are stored the chimney sections, and I really like them. They're very robust and they're reinforced with these ribs here. They stack very easily. I think they're stainless steel and they're holding up quite well. And finally, this is the first section that you add on your chimney. It has a damper with this ring. So when the ring is horizontal here, the damper is closed. When it's vertical, you're opening the damper, and it works quite well. It's held on by this this spring here, so it's not going to turn around on you. And finally, at the bottom, you get this grate. Basically, you put it on the bottom to avoid burning directly at the bottom of your stove. So this is going to protect the bottom of your stove against corrosion. At the same time, it's going to raise your logs from the bottom of the stove so that you could have airflow and a better burn. So as you can see here, the stove fits pretty well in this US Marine Corps FILBE backpack, even with the tent. So that's something I was looking for. So on both sides of the stove, you have these foldable mesh tables that have a length of 7.2 inches or 18 centimeters and a width of 6.4 inches or 16 centimeters. So some important features from you were that this stove had foldable feet. So I think that's really important to stow away in your backpack. I also like the fact it was made of stainless steel. So some other stoves I had are made of carbon steel and they rust easy. So this is an important feature for winter camping. I also like the fact that this stove comes with a heat-resistant glass. I really like looking at the flames, and it lights up the tent as well. So if we look at the construction of the stove, it's quite well built, very robust. The steel is quite thick. It weighs about 7 kilograms or 15.4 pounds, so it's still packable. So another important feature is that the chimney is made out of sections. So some stoves use these foil roll-up chimneys. I'm not a big fan of them. They're not very robust. They're not very solid as well. They can move in the wind. Whereas in my experience, these stackable chimneys are much more stable. And with this stove, you can stack the chimney up to 105 centimeters or 41 inches. So that's pretty good. Definitely clears this tent, no problem. And this chimney has a diameter of 6 centimeters or 2.36 inches. So one other important item I got when I got the stove was this chimney heat shield. So I think this is an essential item to get if you're hot tenting. So the idea is that you can adapt these screws here to the right diameter so you can fit it around your stove pipe. So this will protect the canvas material from your tent from heating up to too hot, and so you'll avoid any scalding or burning of your tent. So definitely an essential piece of kit. So as you can see here, very easy to install on the stove, and it did perform extremely well. So even when the chimney was red hot, the heat shield really did its job, and the canvas material of the tent that was in contact with the heat shield was warm, but not particularly hot. The one other feature that I like with the stove is it comes with this little grate that you can put at the bottom of the stove. So the pieces of wood that you put on the bottom are slightly higher. This will allow air to go from the bottom of the stove up through the wood and for a more efficient burn. So definitely one thing you want to do when you load up one of those stoves to start is you want to put some hardwood on the bottom. So this is going to create some good embers. Then you would want to put something that's quite flammable. In this case, I use some birch bark, and then you want to put your small sticks up there, your small tinder, and then that's going to be a very easy way to get your fire going. Actually, getting this stove going was very easy. So quite quickly, generated quite a lot of heat. So that's a good thing. And was able to heat this small Polish Lavu tent in minutes, and so it will reach pretty cozy temperatures. And another nice feature of this stove is that it's very easy to adjust. So you have two different points of adjustments. up front you can open or close this airflow. So you can either adjust it to more airflow or to restrict the airflow. And in the back you have the damper on the chimney, and this is gonna basically regulate the outlet of heat through the chimney. If you have like a maximum burn with the air intake open and the chimney open, you're gonna get a red glowing chimney pretty quick. To dial it down, you just close the air intake a bit and close the damper a bit as well. So when they send me the stove, they also send me some camping cookware at the same time. So these are items from Temu as well. So they sent me this very nice titanium spork. So they always come in handy with when you go camping. And the price on those on the Temu side are quite affordable. And at the same time, I got this very nice billy pot. So let's look at the pot itself. As you can see, it's a very nice size pot. You got the volume graduations here, 300, 500, 700. You can easily put 1 liter in this pot. It has this bail that will, with a stop here, so you can hold it in the upright position. Another feature that I really like is that this ring here, because of its shape, will stay upright in the top position, so that's nice. The lid fits very well. You have this spout here, so when you gotta drain your liquids. But at the same time, you get this pot, and many other items come with it. You get these 2 cups, those stainless steel cups. So they nest one in the other. So that's nice if you're going camping with another person. You got 2 cups. Or if you want to have some water and some coffee, you got those. And on top of that, it also comes with these 2 nice little bowls. So you can put some ingredients, or you can even put a bit of food in there. So for the price, I'm really surprised. This is a very cool and very well-designed piece of kit. Maintaining proper hydration is essential when you go winter camping. Obviously, because of the cold, it's dry, and winter camping involves a lot of strenuous physical activity. You got to saw your wood, hiking, prepare your camp, etc. So one thing that's essential, you always have to have enough containers to melt snow, boil your water, etc. So this billy pot really comes in handy, and having these 2 cups allows you to have plenty of water ready to drink. So I've been using this billy pot to boil water for freeze-dried food, prepare coffee, hot chocolates, etc., and also cook some food, and it worked extremely well. It's also quite affordable for a bushcraft pot if you compare it to others like the Pathfinder pot, etc. Alright, so in conclusions, what can we say about this whole bundle? Well, I'm very impressed about this stainless steel stove. I like the fact that it's compact, it's still quite lightweight, packable in a backpack, so that's definitely a big plus for me. I also like this chimney guard, definitely an essential piece of kit. For the price, these items really can't be beat. So if you're starting into hot tenting, I would definitely take a look at this stove. But it's also a great stove for somebody who has experience in hot tenting but is looking for a more compact stainless steel stove. So as a token of appreciation, the people at Temu have created a bundle deal for all these items. So that will include the stainless steel stove, the chimney guard, the billy pot, and also this titanium spork. So if you're interested in this deal, and it's a pretty hefty discount, you should take a look at the video description section. So there's going to be the discount code, but also a direct link for Temu leading you to this discounted bundle. I hope you liked this video and found it interesting and informative. So if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and a subscription. And I invite you to go take a look at this discount on Temu. I think, as they say, it's first come, first served, and until stocks last. All right, well, thanks for watching.